Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Train Sim World. My name is YoAdrian, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new DLC route, the Peninsula corridor. Basically, it is the Caltrain route run off of Union Pacific trackage. This was actually a route in Train Simulator 2019, but that route actually had quite a bit of flaws with the trains and everything in it, so I never really got around to making a video of it. And then I found out they were coming out with it here. So I'm actually kind of excited now because we actually have it in-game here. And it's somewhat a little bit of a lot better than the actual Train Sim 2019 route. But then again, I also feel like they just kind of ripped it from there and then turned it into their own. But they did add marker lights to the train, which is nice. Because I know in 2019 they did not have marker lights on the trains. But in this game they actually did add the marker lights and like a whole bunch of other like adjustments and everything like that. So today we're actually going to be taking a look at a scenario called Clean and Tidy. It's actually using both the F40PH and the Cabcar, but join a service on its final stops in the San Jose before taking the train out of service and operating it back to the Central Equipment Maintenance and Operations Facility just north of the station. So let's go ahead and hop into the scenario. We are actually going to be doing all 5 of these scenarios here soon. I'm not going to do it all at once, but I will be having all of them in videos here soon. The only reason why I wanted to start with this one is because I wanted to show off the F40 and the Cabcar in one video. So I feel like this would have been perfect to do that. And then we got the UP GP38s as well. So I believe it's 38. Yeah, 38. So let's go ahead and hop in the scenario. It is 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and waste no time. Alright, clean and tidy. That was a very quick loading time. But as you see here, got all Caltrain Cabcars. Climb aboard and complete the remaining stops in the San Jose Dear Dawn. We're actually running CDTX 900 today to San Francisco. Let's go ahead and climb up the steps. Use the cab door. Nice. Go ahead and sit right into here. Gonna unlock the right hand doors. I don't even think it told me like what service this was, to be honest. We'll do dim for right now. I do want the step lights on, and if there's a cab light I want that on as well. That's a wiper. I don't want the wiper. Cab light. Where would cab light be? Interesting. Where is the cab light? Is it here? No. Interesting. Oh, it's probably back here. No. We do want HEP on though. So there's one right there overtaking us on a clear indication. So right now they want us to go ahead and lock the door, so we will do just that. Just watch to go ahead and watch these door close. They close kind of very slowly as well. Let's go ahead and put the reverser in, put it forward, put our bell on, release our brake. You gotta go on notch 3, but CDTX 900 approach. What station are we at? I don't even say what station we're at. Alright, but approach. So we're boarding at restricted speed right now. Let's go turn off the bell. Let's see, where is the cab light? That's rear headlights. That's like pull, so I don't need that. Gauge lights I'll take. Interesting. I thought it would be back here, but I guess not. Number board lights, engine room lights, front marker lights off. Don't need those. Don't need those. Not trying to mess with that. Not messing with that. Interesting. I don't know. Ah, there it is. Alright, so we're actually going about 25 miles an hour right now. We're only running a 2, 3, 5 car train today, so not too shabby. Yeah, looks like coming up on mile pole 41 right now. Alright, looks like diverging approach. Let's go turn the headlights on all the way with the cruising lights. There we go. That looked nice. That actually looked really, really, really nice. CDTX 900, diverging approach. Diverging approach limited. 41.3, going main 3 to 2. We're going to slow down to 10 miles an hour here for this. Start slowing down for this at least, because our track ends, so slow down to at least 15. We're going to be a little bit late coming into San Claria or whatever it is, just because of that, but it's all good. It's all good. Needed to grab a thumbnail there. Get one right there. It'd be a lot better with the signaling and stuff. I was going to let the train do its course on the switch there, and then we'll just continue on going track speed. But yeah, as I mentioned, this was actually also a route up in Train Simulator 2019. But yeah, like I was saying, the route on here is like 20 times better than it is in Train Sim 2019, just because it's more interactive. You can do more stuff with this, so I'm kind of excited, and I'm kind of hoping that they add a whole bunch of the routes from that game into here as well. As you can see, we're kind of leaning into the curve. But yeah, like you hop into 2017 or 2019, you basically just right here in this view right here, you start out, or you start out in like this view, and then you just hop in the cab with button number 1, and then that's pretty much it. Then you just begin driving the train, whereas here you could like get up out of your seat, you can walk around, you can ride as a passenger in the coach car as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, a lot more interactive with this game and this route than it is in 2019, especially with the same thing with the Northeast Corridor. Exact same like whatchamacallit, exact same features, more interactive and stuff. So we actually have got another approach signal, so I'm going to slow her down to a 45. Diverging approach limited. Okay, CDTX 900 got a clear 42.3 main 1. Or 42.3 main 2. Sorry, main 2. So that upgraded like right in front of us. We got a clear indication. Let's go ahead and go track speed at 79 miles an hour. But yeah, the signaling is a little bit better in this. As you can see, we even have marker lights. We'll turn them on here and then on the rear, which is something we actually did not have. Let's go ahead and get into that view. We should have them on the rear. We don't. Okay, but we might have to just turn them on manually. But usually we don't have marker, or in that game we didn't have marker lights. Here we do. So at the next station, I'm just going to go ahead and turn them on manually, basically. Mile pole 43. Coming up, still about trying to go 79 miles an hour here. We are coming up on the station stop about 1.1 mile. We're going to be a little bit late because of that switch, but we're all good. Got another clear. I don't even know what that sign said, but okay. So I'm going to start deducing the throttle here to like notch 3. Running on another approach, it looks like, because he's possibly stopped at this station. Throttle's going to be idling. We actually have some very good braking on this train, so I'm not even going to worry about starting to brake right now, but we do have a clear indication coming into the station. So we got about 700 yards to go. I don't even see the station, to be honest. We got a 40 coming up as well. I see it now. Mile pole 44. So yeah, like I said, we have very good braking on this train. The HEP generator is running, which is good. Let's start doing the brake a little bit more. Put a handle off. Platform closed ahead. And look at that, we spotted our train perfectly on that. So let's go ahead and unlock the doors. Let's go ahead and put that in thing and turn you to dim. Let's go ahead and turn the rear marker lights on, like I told you I was going to do. Oh, maybe I can't. We'll actually go out this way then. I know this is probably the most dangerous thing to do, but we're going to go ahead and open the doors on this end and then turn on the lights, and then we'll go ahead and highball once we're ready. And I know that they have like signs on the stations to spot the locomotive and cab and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go up here, which is kind of cool because this is the exact same thing you do on Metro. The Chicago Commuter Railroad, you climb up here, go up the last car, get into here, and then let's go ahead and hot sit in the engineer's seat, and let's see if I can find the marker light switch, which I believe is marker lights. There we go. Perfect. Awesome. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. Alright, so they want us to start locking the doors now. No, not sit in the seat. Climb down the steps. Let's go ahead and shut this door.
The doors are about to close.
I don't know how like prototypical the Caltrain the female voice is, but I know in Metro it's basically the exact same message with the male voice. So I'm not sure how prototypical that is, but it's actually pretty cool. We're going to be delayed highballing out of here, out of Santa Clara, because of me turning on those marker lights, just because I want this to be more realistic. Let's go ahead and climb up the steps here, shut that door. Let's do rid of that, shut that door. Let's go ahead and hop into here. 3. And you see there should be some marker lights on. There we go. Awesome. Let's go ahead and lock the doors. I wish this thing actually worked so it told you when the doors were locked, but it doesn't. That would be why. There we go. Turn on the actual cruise light. It's Auto 4. Looks like we're departing on a clear today. So C is where they want to do spot B, and then spot cab. That's if we were going backwards. This is where they want us to spot our thing. If we probably had a 7 or 8 car train. So got an express right there. I wonder if they're actually going to throw the MP36 in to this game, because I feel like that'd be awesome. But it looks like our last station stop at San Jose Deary Dawn is coming up. Gonna turn on the bell for this crossing here. Departing on a clear. Can't tell what that sign said. But we are coming up on a 40-mile-an-hour zone in about a mile and 1.2 miles, so well, let's go full throttle, go kind of crazy, and then we'll see what happens. I'm going to open up that window. There we go. But yeah, guys, this is actually a very entertaining route. I gotta say, I love when they throw more North American stuff into the game. Just because, you know, I'm from Illinois, and it's like stuff that I'm used to seeing in pictures all the time on like rail fanning groups, and whenever I had my rail fanning YouTube and stuff like that, I've kind of wanted to take trips and stuff just to go rail fanning and whatnot. So this is kind of one of the things that I kind of want to do, is head out to California and like do some rail fanning down there. One of the cool parts is that we can actually come in here, sit in the second man seat as well, and pretend to be him, even though there's really nothing like interacting going on his side, minus like the sun visor and the window and stuff. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and start deducing us to go to 40, since we are coming up on that very quickly. I haven't seen any like whistle post yet, so that's probably a very good sign that we haven't had any grade crossings coming up just yet whatsoever. But it looks like we're coming up on an advanced approach signal, or at least to me it's what I've known as an advanced approach. I don't know it to UP standards, but to me that's an advanced approach basically. CDTX 900, advanced approach. East end, some signal, I don't know. Coming up to a 20-mile-an-hour zone there as well. Gonna knock down that signal, which we just did. So I'm assuming that's where this right here is where we're gonna be taking our train afterwards. I'm assuming. So the train wash right there, which is actually kind of cool. We got 8 right here. I'm not sure what mile pole we're at though. Not exactly sure what mile pole we're at. So we're coming up on that 20 right now. Just about. Look at all those cars though. That looks nice. Oh, those cars just chilling, waiting to be maintenance and stuff. That looks pretty cool. Come around the maintenance facility here. Like we got CDTX 916 little truck here getting ready for maintenance. I think it was 15. Oh, 16. 1. They got an approach possibly coming into this platform. We got about 0.7 of the platform, so. CDTX 900 approach. San Jose deer drawn. Yard exit. Main 1. I'm gonna assume that's just a yard exit. I don't really know. Oh, I should probably start slowing down now. We're coming up on that 20, so. Ooh, that was a close call. That was a very close call too. I didn't realize we were going 27 miles an hour, so I was like, okay, I was kind of zoning out in my own little world here. But yeah, we're almost getting to the platform, which is good. In fact, we are only going to be on a restricting signal, so that's about 15 mile an hour. CDTX 15 got a restricting. San Jose deer drawn, main 1 into the platform. That's got to be a restricting, because usually it's flashing red over red, or red over flashing red, or amber over white, or white over amber. Basically, is a restricting signal. So it looks like we're actually going 10 now. I didn't realize we skipped over to a 10 mile an hour zone. There we go. We'll go about 10. What's kind of cool though, as I see it, is you see these little things on the tracks here. This is where they want you to stop your train, basically. So this is the Cabcar, car number 2, 3, 4, 5, and the engine. That's how they want it stopped. Not necessarily how it's going to be stopped, but that's how they want it basically stopped. Yeah, that's where they want it stopped, it seems like. Which is kind of cool, because it actually gives you like where you should honestly stop at. So let's go ahead and start applying the brake now, because we are actually currently on the platform already. So we'll go ahead and unlock those left doors, turn off the headlights. We're going to turn on the marker lights. I'm going to set this to in. Turn that off and figure something out with it, because they all should have opened. Yeah, that's right, they all open. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the step lights. Go ahead, actually keep the step lights on, turn off the gauge lights. We'll turn those off as well. We're going to leave everything else on. We're going to put this in neutral though, remove it. There we go. And you unlock the left doors. And it's time to take this train out of service. So it's probably something wrong with it or something, I don't know. Maybe they're just going to do like routine maintenance on it or whatever. Set the reverse to neutral, brakes to cut out, and all switches to off. Head to the rear Cabcar, prepared to depart. So we'll keep the marker lights on. Actually, the platform's on this side. I don't know why they wanted us to turn off everything here, but it's probably to turn it on out of the Cabcar, even though the Cabcar is just like its own thing. Alright, let's go ahead and run to the Cabcar here. We'll go ahead and run. I'm actually going to go ahead and leave the Cabcar doors open, just because I know they do this on Metro a lot, where they just leave the door open on the Cabcar, they don't actually close it. Nobody should honestly be getting on, so I hope not, at least. So we'll go ahead and open these doors here. I wish, though, they did have the brake status lights working. I feel like that'd be cool if they did, or at least that's like the door lights. Yeah, it's not. I'm going to climb up the steps here. Yeah, so we're just going to leave these open while we do our deadhead move. Nobody should be on this train. There's somebody on this train. We're just going to pretend they're crew members. We are just going to pretend that they are crew members. Set direction, release the brakes, and apply power to get moving. Works for me, everybody. There we go. This is a little bit different. Whoa, 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 this is different. Turn on those headlights. Crossing lights I do want on as well. Cab light will turn on. No, no, no. No. Gauge lights, yeah. Marker lights, keep turn that off. Actually, we'll keep it on. Crossing lights I do want on. Okay, so it looks like I couldn't have had whatchamacallit, the door open. So we got an diverging approach limited coming to depart. So that's what we'll be departing on. It says manual switches. So we got a restricting here. So we're going to go ahead and stop at the restricting signal. And we're going to go ahead and check the switches. They want us to stop at College Park, which is what we're going to do. So we actually will just go a little bit more than the... we'll actually stop here at the restricting signal. We'll go check all the switches and stuff. These should be lined up for us, just because we already went through here. But CDTX 40 or CDTX 900 restricting. San Jose Deerdron, main number 1. So let's go ahead and get 3 view. 3. I don't even know where my train is, to be honest. There it is. So they want us to go to College Park. Okay, so I guess this is something I have to do on the fly, is check the switches. So I guess we can't do it like that, in that view, like we can in Train Sim 2019. We have to do this on the fly. Which, I mean, is alright. Nothing wrong with it. Shut the bell off. Going about 10 miles an hour, so we're coming up to a 20 here. So on a restricting, going 15 miles an hour. So we're going this track. There we go. I believe I'm actually taking the correct pathing. At least I'm hoping I am. But yeah, guys, here is the Cabcar. I didn't really show it off much, but it's actually, I believe it's prototypical to one of Caltrain's Cabcars. It does look really, really, really cool. And like I said, coming up through here is how you do the same thing with Metro, is how you get into the Cabcar. So there's a door right there as well for the conductor side. I gotta say, it's a very nice looking Cabcar. Like I said, we gotta manually set our own switches. Nothing. It's all basically you can do like a bail switch for your independent brake, horn here, radio, thing, cab light. All your switches are over here. We actually have a blended brake reset, which is something that this train has, is like a blended dynamic / train brake, which I think is cool. We got a communication signal, which will press, attendant call, which will sound a buzzer, that. We have HEP on, which we really don't need. And then we also have a manual crossing light button, which is what this does, is it'll make the ditch lights flash, which to me is really, really, really cool. So once we get up over here, we're going to go and set our own switches. We're still going at a steady pace of 10 miles an hour. So I want to have that there. Let's go. We're going to go and stop before this first set of switches here. Yeah, I want to stop before this first set of switches just so we know that they're lined up for us and not any other train. Let's go ahead and go stop. Turn on those to low. Turn the crossing lights off. Get you out so you're not going anywhere. And let's go ahead and check the switches. I'm gonna do it manually. Usually the conductor would be the one doing this, but we don't have a conductor today, so it's gonna be us. But yeah, here we are, marker lights with the headlights. Oh yeah, here we go. That's aligned. Looks like that's lined up. That one is lined up. That one looks like it's lined up as well. So I know we're good lined up for the first couple switches. So I feel like this is what they meant by it's a 40-minute scenario. But yeah, this is basically, I didn't show off like the whole route today. Just kind of parts of it, but it just kind of, I wanted to show off the F40 and the Cabcar in one video, so that we can be equal on Cabcar and F40 whenever I do the other two scenarios. And then we'll have two of the UP GP38. We're just going to pretend those two are our crew members. Not going to worry about them. They're going to come into the yard with us. Let's go ahead and put the reverser back in, forward. Do that to you, brighten you up, turn off those markers. And there we go. I don't need the crossing lights today, so we're good on that. To bail, engine brakes, hold bail switch 5 seconds, light on, brake cylinder pressure high, light flashing, door bypass enabled. Okay, so I know the first set of switches are aligned for us, so we'll go ahead and check out the second set here soon. And this is actually kind of cool because it's also got like the double windows like you guys see in the Metro. If you played Train Sim 2019, it's got the double set of windows. I don't believe the windows actually opened in the Caltrain route. I don't think they did. If they did, I don't recall them opening. Got a little fire extinguisher here. That's a new one. Usually you don't see a fire extinguisher in the cab in these games. So we got a cut of cars here that are coming into a consist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be the one that's replacing us since we're going out of service. But I couldn't tell you though. Really couldn't tell you. But yeah, these are some very, very like detailed cars, and I'll actually go into detail, show them off a little bit more once we're done here. So we're just about almost done with the scenario, so. No, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. 500 yards left to go. I believe this is the track we're supposed to be on. I'm hoping at least. Let's go check the map and see just in case. Because I feel like that's where we stop at. I'm assuming. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Alright, so here we are coming up on our point to stop. So it looks like we're just going to stop possibly clear the shy of the yard track. Not really in the yard, but just shy of it. So we'll see. We'll see. Looks like we've got another Caltrain coming in. So let's go ahead and dim the headlights so we don't blind him. There he is. 9:15. Dick, could have turned your headlights off, but you know, whatever. But I have noticed that a majority of these are only 5-car trains. So that is the one thing I did notice about this. So let's go ahead and stop her up. I'll stop at that signal. Train requires a wash and refueling before being tied down. Take it slow through the train wash, then proceed to the service and inspection area. Ah. Ah, okay, so we have to go all the way back around. Or back this thing up at least. Let's go ahead and shut the window. There we go. So I feel like the switches are aligned, kind of, sort of. So the switch wasn't even aligned for us, basically, so we're going to have to go and align it. That's pretty cool. That's honestly really, really cool. So we can take this thing through the train wash. And, yeah. Okay, so supposedly I ended up failing the scenario by passing a red signal, which I really had no control over, just because I needed to pass it to actually get my train within that amount of reach to set the switch to go into the train wash. So we're not going to have a chance to go to the train wash. So unfortunately, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you did. Drop a comment down below letting me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button. You guys are actually truly amazing. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, Instagram, join the Discord server, all that fun stuff. Now we'll catch you guys here on the next video. Peace.